Well, folks, I'm not going to lie. That sucked. It was an embarrassing loss to the Jacksonville Jaguars. But in better news, all the things the Jets need to happen as it pertained to the draft order, well, it happened. We'll talk about it. Plus, the race for the number one overall pick, the Jets still have a shot. We'll talk about all of that and your phone calls. Boy Green Daily starts now.
I'm going to lose my gosh darn bananas. Boy Green Daily starts now. Zoinks!
Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily. Let's go!
Put your seatbelts on. Get ready for the ride. We're the freaking New York Jets, so we're built for this shit.
What's going on, everybody? I'm Paul Liston Jr., a.k.a. Boy Green. I'm the New York Jets digital reporter for Heavy.com. Welcome to Boy Green Daily, a daily New York Jets video show, also available wherever you find your podcast. We're 10 days from Christmas, folks. And Santa left some coal under the Jets tree here in Week 15 as it pertains to the game. We got beat with a bag of coal. Cole got in his sack, and we were just smacked over the head with it, which sucks. And I know there's tanking fans in our audience who maybe got a thrill out of that. I'm not sure. You should probably see somebody about your glutton for punishment. But yeah, that sucks, man. The defense got run through. Is embarrassing, pathetic. And we could get into some of that if you still have more to vent off of our shows yesterday. But I do want to get into the draft order because, man, a lot of good stuff happened for the Jets as it pertains to the draft. I'm not a tanking guy personally. But I'm just going to lay the cards out on the table of what has happened and what could happen. Okay? I'm a guy that rationalizes things that happen. That's how I operate. But before we get there, I do want to give a couple of shout outs right off the top rope. And I just want to do a quick bow here. I want to shout out Nicholas on our YouTube channel. Gave the first comment on our YouTube channel this morning. BG, I appreciate you. I started working overnight, so you became my main show. Thanks for what you do, Nicholas. Thank you so much. I love doing this, and I love everybody that's a part of the Boy Green Coffee Club, and they choose to tune in, whether live or after the fact or what have you. So it's cool. So I want to show some appreciation this morning. So, Nicholas, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Let's go to our guy, Shad Johnson. If you guys went to our tailgate in week 5, you likely met this guy, Shad Johnson. He sent me this photo yesterday in the middle of the game. This is a bunch of Jet fans. And Shad Johnson said, "Happy holidays from Southern California." Look at all these Jet fans that rallied and came together for the game yesterday. Unfortunately, that blowout loss. And there you go, the Boy Green Coffee Club shirt. Appreciate you, Shad, from the shop. I'm glad that eventually got there. So look at all the holiday festivities. So I wanted to start off the show with some appreciation for all the fans. Shout out to you guys. Shout out to Shad. I love you, buddy. And we will definitely see you for the tailgate again this year. So there you go. Look at that. Orange County Jet fans. Look at that. The Orange County Jets fan club, it looks like. Terrific. And shout out to all you guys. Again, we're a community. Whether we win or lose, we're always together. So, Shad, Nicholas, thank you guys for all the love. I appreciate it. And feel free to always send me those photos and pictures and stuff. That's pretty cool. All right. Thank you guys for all of that. We have an amazing fan base. So, what I want to start off with is all the things that help the Jets. And we'll get into Tankathon and draft and all that jazz. So, let's do this. First off, here are all the things that benefited the Jets yesterday in terms of a variety of items that happened here. Okay. So the Jets lose to the Jaguars. That hurts because it was embarrassing and Trevor Lawrence did things that quarterbacks have never done before. That's all, not great. But actually, it helped out the Jets in twofold. Obviously, them losing benefits their draft position. So obviously, that piece of the puzzle certainly helps. But the Jaguars are in the AFC South. The Indianapolis Colts are in the AFC South. The Colts' path to the playoffs, their strongest path is winning the division. However, as Jacksonville wins and the Colts lose, Colts lost last second to the Seattle Seahawks. That helps the Jets. The Jets had the Colts' first-round pick. If the Colts don't make the playoffs, the Jets guaranteed have a top 18 pick from the Colts. The Jets own the Colts' first-round pick this year. They also own the Colts' first-round pick next year as well. But specifically, let's not get crazy. Let's keep it all in the family here. We'll talk about just the now. The Colts still have that 18th overall pick. Not a lot has changed there. However, some other teams are creeping closer. Baltimore 7-7. Carolina is 7-7, and there's going to be some opportunities here for some movement as it pertains to other teams catching up at that 8-win total, where that pick can slide a little bit in the first round. So again, the Jets were benefited because the Jaguars were pulling away in the division, which keeps it away from the Colts. That's good news. So double dip, good news there. And then the Colts lost as well. That increases it. So that's a help for the New York Jets. Here's another help for the New York Jets. Last night, the Dallas Cowboys lost. Sorry, Pop out there. My dad's a diehard Dallas Cowboys fan. Sorry for what it means for you, but what it means for us. The second round pick that we own in 2026 just went a little bit higher. It's getting closer to a lock as a top 50 pick. Perhaps higher than that, but at least a top 50 pick. That is a valuable asset for the Jets, whether they use it themselves to draft a player. We have a lot of needs, or they trade it as a part of another package. So that helped the Jets last night. Dallas Cowboys lose to Minnesota Vikings on Sunday Night Football. Okay, here's another piece that helped. The Washington Commanders beat the New York Giants. They improved to 4-10. Jets are 3-11. The Commanders, their strength of schedule no longer matters. They're in a different category for now. Okay, the Jets have 3 games remaining in their regular season. They have a road game against the New Orleans Saints. That's coming up this weekend. They have a home game against the New England Patriots, and then a road game against Buffalo. Another thing that sneakily helped them is that Buffalo beating New England prevented New England from winning the AFC East this week. So Buffalo had something to play for. New England has something to play for. Some teams you're kind of okay if they fall out of it and they lessen. We'll get into that when we're getting into the number 1 overall pick race and how you want other teams to be competing and other teams maybe not competing. Patrick Mahomes torn ACL yesterday is terrible for Patrick Mahomes, but that impact on how the Chief games are perceived now with Gardner Minshew at quarterback, all of a sudden those are more winnable games for some of the teams that are ahead of the Jets in the draft order. So that's a factor. Micah Parsons, again, another terrible situation, torn ACL. The Jets own the Packers' first-round pick, or, well, whichever is higher between Green Bay and Dallas in 2027. I hate to see injuries, but Parsons blowing out his ACL not only affects him for the rest of this season, which doesn't have a direct impact on the Jets, but in 2027, that has an impact. So who has the better pick? The Jets will acquire that first-round draft choice as well. So that's part of the equation. Okay, so that's another factor. But again, to me, the Commanders, this was their last chance to win a game, and they won it. Now, we're going to have some other factoids here that, sort of come to fruition. But those are a biggie. Here's another one, and I predicted it. Cha-ching! Again, always listen to Boy Green. I'm never wrong. The New Orleans Saints upset the Carolina Panthers. The New Orleans Superdome, which we're about to visit this upcoming weekend, has been a house of horrors for Bryce Young. And the Saints get the upset over the Panthers. They've won a bunch of those games. They've won, I think it was 5 of 6 heading into this one, and then they just won the one yesterday. So the Saints winning keeps the Jets at the 5th overall pick, where they currently stand in the top 5. That helped the Jets. The Jets and Saints play this week, so that could create another level of separation. If so happen the Jets lose again, I don't root for tanking. I just lay the cards on the table for everyone to evaluate. That's what I do. So yes, that was beneficial for the Jets. If the Saints beat the Panthers, that was 20-17. That was another biggie. And those are the games that directly impacted the New York Jets. Now, as the dust settles here are some notes and quotes that are worth mentioning here. And also, before I get to some of those, I see Jared B. gifted a Boy Green Coffee Club membership, baby. Let's get that train rolling here on the show. Rolling down the river. Here we go, Jared B. Those beautiful chimes, baby, which we'll be getting intimately familiar with sooner rather than later. All right, that membership went to, let me take a quick peek. All right, let YouTube refresh here, and we'll read that new member to the Boy Green Coffee Club. Quick plug, by the way, the current pinned comment right now on youtube.com/boygreen25, if you're watching live, is how you can join the Boy Green Coffee Club. The Boy Green Coffee Club is a community of New York Jet fans. It's my YouTube membership group. It's how you guys can all sort of get together and have a whole party, baby. That's it. You have access to our Discord channel. You get access to our emojis. You get access to our loyalty badge that comes with it, and so much more. By the way, that membership went to J. Donjar 1000. J. Dunjar 1000. You are now a member to the Boy Green Coffee Club. Appreciate you coming on over to the group. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you kindly. And come on down. You get a 1 month free trial to the Boy Green Coffee Club, and then in a month from now, on January 15th, you'll get an email that says, hey, want to stick around this party, baby? You can say yes or no. I hope you say yes. I love the Boy Green Coffee Club growing because we're going to have some live events coming up, baby, and we'd love for you to be a part of it. That is 4 raffle tickets for our guy, Jared B. I see more memberships are coming on through. Let's take a quick detour, baby, and see what's up. See what's cooking. Our number 1 Austrian Jet fan. Hey, great to see you, Austrian. Chat. Okay, that membership went to, whoa, YouTube jumping all over the place here. Maddie P99. Maddie P99. Also, welcome to the Boy Green Coffee Club. That is 16 raffle tickets for our number 1 Austrian Jet fan. Again, I'll update the scrolling ticker in due time here. And then I see we got a member super chat. Let me get to that here on the program before we get into the number 1 overall pick action. It's our boy Thomas Shawak 7412. Hey now, let's go. Every time I get a super chat, we hear from my daughter, Zariah Luna. Wow. JETS, please just lose out. Fire Wilkes, let's go. Member for 10 months on the channel. Thanks, Thomas. Appreciate you, brother. And yeah, I believe whether or not Wilkes is fired is no longer in question, to be honest. And it seemed like Aaron Glenn sort of threw him under the bus a little bit yesterday, and not a lot of people picked up on it. Shout out to Rich and Meaty for picking up on it. When he was asked, hey, are you going to strip play calling duties from old Steve Wilkes? And he went like, hey, man, basically there's three games left in the season, and I hired him for a reason to run his system. His system. Not my system, his system. So I think he's going to let him, out of respect, finish off the rest of the season and fire his ass. That's what I think happens. I don't root for firings, but good Lord, he's terrible at his job. So see ya. Peace. Yeah, I don't think whether Wilkes is coming back or not is no longer in question. It's the old Viking funeral. He's going to get thrown on the boat and lit on fire as he gets pushed forward. He is 100% not going to be here. But there you have it. So just want to throw that out there. In the universe. So appreciate the super chats and keep those flowing, baby. Again, a couple of raffles going on. Here you go. A New York Jets Santa Funko Pop. Yeah. Holiday season, baby. Sure. This is up for grabs. We have our Nick Mangold tribute shirt that the Jets players were wearing in support of Nick Mangold and his family. I bought that from the Jets. That's in the mix. So we've got that shirt. We've got the Jets Santa Funko Pop and our tailgate package in a box. If you didn't make it to our Jets tailgate this year, you get the Woody Boy Green shirt, you get koozies, you get bottle openers, you get a whole package of items that are coming your way with some Jet surprises in there as well. So hope you guys appreciate that. Again, we'll be giving that away on January 1st. You guys can collect your raffle tickets throughout the month of December. We'll be on every single day, including even Christmas. For those who want to join us for a Boy Green Daily Christmas edition of the show, we'll be there for that as well. All right, everybody, let's get into it here. There is a race for the number 1 overall pick. And folks, I kept telling you, people don't listen to old Paul, but the Jets are in the race. Let me say that one more time. The Jets are in the race. No one's talking about it, but they're in the race. Here are the teams that have a shot to land the number 1 overall pick. Okay? There are 6 teams that have a shot at the number 1 overall pick. These are according to the Athletics projected model. Okay. The Raiders have the best shot at the number 1 overall pick. They have a 41% chance to land the number 1 overall pick, according to the Athletic. The Tennessee Titans have the next best odds. It's technically tied between Titans and Giants. They each have an 18% chance to land the number 1 overall pick. And then the Jets come in at 11%. Their odds have jumped. It was at 7%. Now it's at 11% with that loss. So the Jets are in the running. The Browns have a 10% chance. Listen to that, folks. The Jets have better odds to land the number 1 overall pick than the Browns do, which a lot of people were tweeting at me saying, oh, the Browns are the team to watch. All right, we'll see. Jets have better odds right now, according to that. Okay. Here are the top 5 pick odds. Okay. The Jets have a 81% chance to land a top 5 pick, which again could be a big factor. If they don't land the number 1 overall pick, the higher they go up, the less they have to give up in any potential trade scenario. Raiders have a 95% chance at a top 5 pick. Titans have an 83% chance at a top 5 pick. Giants have a 75% chance at a top 5 pick. Browns have a 75% chance at a top 5 pick. And Cardinals are an outside shot. They got a 57% chance to land a top 5 pick. We'll keep an eye out for them. So here are the situations to monitor. Here, we'll start off with the Jets, and then we'll work our way around. Okay? So here's how it all works. The Athletic describes that the top pick for the Jets is a quote-unquote long shot. And it is, but it's possible. But the game against the Saints, the Jets travel to play New Orleans this week. They call it a fairly big one for the Jets draft slotting because it's the only game remaining where the Jets have a decent chance to fall into a win. With the Giants-Raiders game likely to add a team to the 3-win club because one of them is going to have to win, if the Jets lose to the Saints, they could be in play for a top 3 selection. So their implications and draft odds jump dramatically if they lose to New Orleans. Again, I'm not rooting for a loss. I'm just telling you what happens if they do. Okay, and we'll see. The Saints are playing very well. They've taken out the Buccaneers. They've taken out the Panthers. They've won 3 of 5. Tyler Shuck is playing well. So I imagine the Saints are having a lot of mojo heading into this one, I would assume. Okay. An 11% chance, though, to get the number 1 pick. Here's some more analytics, though, right, for the top 3 aspect of it. So the Jets have an 11% chance to get the number 1 pick. They have a 19% chance to get the number 2 overall pick and an 18% chance to get the number 3 pick. How they have a higher chance to get the number 2 pick than the number 3 pick is something my brain probably can't wrap its mind around. But nonetheless, there you go. There are legitimate odds for the Jets to work their way up. A lot went right for the Jets yesterday for tanking and draft positioning. A lot did go right. All right, I see we've got some other activity here in the chat. Let me get some of that here on the show. Mahar Khalil. Let's go to Mac Attack here on the program. Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you for the $5 super chat here, Mac. By the way, with your previous super chat combinations, that brings you to 4 raffle tickets. You just doubled your raffle tickets for the month of December. Appreciate it. Good morning, BG. Is Brady done cooking? Adrian Martinez time? Whoa. Let me say this. Brady has 5 interceptions in his 2 opportunities, which is essentially a game and a half because he came in after Tyrod Taylor's second drive of the game. He has 5 interceptions in his 2 appearances. 3 of those 5 have come in with red zone turnovers. I don't love that. There's a lot. I don't want to say a lot. There's bad with Brady Cook. Okay. It wasn't perfect by far. It wasn't anywhere close to perfect. But I'm just going to give you my perspective here, Mac, my perspective alone. John Cena said that in a couple of interviews. I don't know why I just said that. I must have listened to too many John Cena interviews. But here's the fact of the matter to me. I saw enough from Brady where I'm like, okay, he looked poised throughout the game. You know, I thought that he showed some ability to run when the green grass was there. There was the word that jumps to mind with Brady is competent. I don't want to go over the top and say it was some superstar performance. It wasn't. I don't want to go all the way on the bottom and say this is one of the worst quarterbacking performances I've ever seen. It's not even one of the worst quarterback performances we've seen this season. Justin Fields had 4 games under 60 passing yards, for God's sakes. So to me, I've seen enough with the half start, if you want to call it that, filling in for Tyrod, and then this start to go, I'm intrigued. I'd like to see more. There are 3 games left on the season here for the New York Jets. He got all the first team reps all week long. That obviously helped. Chemistry is still building. On some of these interceptions, it looked like some chemistry issues. Also, Arian Smith got called out after the game for not fighting to the ball on that one interception where the Jacksonville defender jumped over him to get it, and Arian didn't seem to fight for it. So there's a lot of heat getting thrown at Arian Smith after this game. But I'm not going to make excuses for Brady Cook. He has turnovers, and he's got to curtail the turnover issues. But I saw enough where I'm intrigued. We're not stopping the Fernando train because Brady Cook's our franchise quarterback. That was cute for a moment. there in the game. But if he can be a competent quarterback, a long-term backup, that is a massive win for the New York Jets, and that's what I'm rooting for. So I like what I saw from Brady, to be candid. So no, it's not Adrian Martinez time for me. I like Adrian, but it's not Adrian Martinez time. I'd like to see Brady continue to cook, if we're being honest, through the next couple of games and see what he brings to the table. Again, I think Martinez is a wonderful young man, super talented, brings a ton of mobility to the table. Brady Cook is underrated mobility. He had about 1,200 rushing yards in college at Missouri, and Adrian had like 3,000 rushing yards and 45 touchdowns, and Brady Cook had like 21 touchdowns. So he's not nearly as dynamic as Adrian Martinez, or he didn't nearly have the amount of carries. Like Adrian Martinez had 600 rushing attempts in college, so he had a lot of workload. Brady wasn't anywhere near that, but so no, yeah, I just want to I want to keep seeing Brady. Do we see Adrian Martinez at some point? Maybe, I guess. I'll tell you who I don't want to see. Justin Fields, I never want to see again. And Tyrod, to be honest, I'm sort of done. Who knows if he even comes back next year? So this is full evaluation mode. I hope Brady gets the rock for the rest of the year. Again, if he gets hurt, I'd rather see Adrian than any of the other guys, personally. So that's my take on it. Let's go through some of your comments here. But thank you for the question, Mahar Khalil. Appreciate that. NY Jets fandom. Justin Fields is a freak talent, but not a quarterback. Yeah, I mean, that's probably a good way to put it. Yeah, he'll get some opportunity somewhere else, perhaps. Yes, and some of these teams play each other. So Giants play the Raiders, Cleveland plays Bengals. Bengals were eliminated from the playoffs. So again, motivation. Chiefs torn ACL. A couple of Chief games. So yeah, let me go through before we get to the comments. Excuse me. Let me just go to some of the remaining games here on the schedule. Right. So I assume one of the teams people fear are the Titans. Here are the Titans' remaining games. They play the Chiefs this week with no Patrick Mahomes. Then they play the Saints. They play the Jaguars. The Titans are going to have a shot in the Chiefs and Saints games. And strength of schedule comes into play here. So the Titans have a 576 strength of schedule. Let me try to make this as perfectly clear as possible. The Titans' strength of schedule, if they were tied with every team in the top 10, they would be picking 10th. Okay? So the Titans are on so right now, if the draft started today, Tennessee would have the 3rd overall pick. They're one of 3 2-12 teams. But they are one win away from dropping all the way to 6. Because of their strength of schedule. It is massive in a bad way for the Titans. So all we need is one more Titans win, then the entire draft order shakes up at the top. And again, when you look at the Titans' remaining schedule, they've got 3 games left. A home game against the Chiefs, a home game against the Saints, and then at Jacksonville. That Chiefs game just opened up without Patrick Mahomes. We're talking about Gardner Minshew here, folks. We're talking about Gardner Minshew. Here are the Raiders games remaining. At Houston, oh boy, that's going to be a loss. Home for the Giants, it could go either way. Then home for the Chiefs. Gardner Minshew revenge game, former Raider. That's a winnable game. Raiders have 2 winnable games left on their schedule. And again, when we look at strength of schedule, 548 strength of schedule for the Raiders, 538 for the Jets, which means if the Raiders and Jets were tied, the Jets would leapfrog the Raiders. And let me just throw this one out there as well. The Giants now, their strength of schedule changed since last night. So if the Jets and Giants were tied, the Giants would still pick ahead of the Jets just ever so slightly. But strength of schedule can change on those percentage decimal points based on obviously how all the teams in the league perform. So that one's still up in the air. The Jets would no longer have the strength of schedule advantage over the New York Giants, but it's a 0.002 difference. So that'll be something to watch down the rest of the stretch. But speaking of the Giants, here is their remaining 3 games left on the schedule as we're paying attention to all of this. Here's the Giants' remaining schedule. They have, 1 second here, have it uploading here. The Giants have home for the Vikings, at the Raiders, home for the Cowboys. Cowboys just lost to the Vikings, so I don't know their literal playoff chances. I don't have that in front of me, but I imagine if they weren't eliminated last night, then their chances are even lower than they were before. Home for the Vikings, it depends what J.J. McCarthy you get. Sometimes you get good J.J. McCarthy. Sometimes you get bad J.J. McCarthy. That's a winnable game. At Raiders, that's a winnable game. Cowboys, what are they playing for in the final week? That could be a winnable game. But I'll give them 2 of 3. That's Vikings and Raiders, man. So I'm just telling you, there's a lot of this action out here that could play a big factor. All right. Let's see. Let's get to some of your some of your comments here. Okay, let's Jack says KC defense is still good, but go Titans. Yeah, it's not bad. But what's the motivation? The rest are away. Booby312 says, crazy how Tanner gets a pass, blame the quarterbacks, LOL. I'm going to be honest, I sort of like what I saw from Tanner at the beginning of the game. I thought he put Brady Cook in good situations. He gave him quick screen plays, got the ball out of his hands fast. I think Tanner should get some level of relief. Justin Fields stunk. It's hard to evaluate him with that. Tyrod Taylor made some bad decisions. I don't know how that's on Tanner. When he threw that Tampa Bay game back in week 3, that coast-to-coast pick 6 where he threw it late to the left side of the field, I mean, I don't know how that's on Tanner. I'm not saying Tanner is immune, and you could have questions whether Tanner's the right guy to help mold a young quarterback, but I don't think he just gets a pass. But I thought he actually did some good things yesterday. Booby, I think he did. Alon calls Fields a quitter. F him. Can't wait to kick his ass out the door post June 1. Yeah, they can designate him post June 1, so they could actually cut him way before that. Taylor Sterling says Justin Fields will be the number 2 next year. Absolutely not. I don't see that happening. I think he is totally gone. I think they completely reset the room. We'll see. Brian Farrell says Joe Burrow bust. Sure. Yeah. I mean, I'm open to a lot of different conversations. So, sure. Joe Burrow would be fun. DJ Dirty Cooch says the Winter Olympics are next year. Maybe Justin Fields could join the bobsled team. Ah, yes. Perhaps. He uses athleticism for something, I guess. JACK, keep playing Cook and losing. Nothing left to see this year. Yeah, just evaluation, I would say, is the way to do it. Alon predicts that Adrian Martinez will start the last game. That could happen. Sure. Let me see. Let's see. Yeah, Arian Smith was always a reach, 4th rounder. Yeah, he has not been good. Jay Reeves says, you want to tank, BG. That's all it is. That's not true. I do not want to tank. Again, I think it's this. At heart, I'm an optimistic guy. I want to talk about the glass half full. In a, what was it officially? 48-20 loss where you lose by 4 touchdowns. Ooh, it's hard to give you guys a silver lining when the Jets lose 48-20. So I want to be positive. And if I want to be positive, the natural thing to go to is the draft where good things did happen. I'm not making it up. The Cowboys did lose to the Vikings on Sunday Night Football. The Colts did lose to the Seattle Seahawks. The Commanders did beat the Giants. On my tanking board of things that would have helped the Jets, all happened. So, no, I don't really want to tank. I don't want to see the Jets lose. I enjoy the wins. I enjoy when we get to play the clip from AG. I enjoy when we stack these on the table. I thoroughly enjoy this.
Who wanna fly with them?
I love that. I don't have to fake that. I love that from the bottom of my heart. Now, I don't know how many times we're playing that the rest of the season, but no, I do not want to tank. It would help the team to tank, but I don't want to tank. Jerry says Brady Cook is not good. Not at all. I don't know if he's good or bad. I can't make that kind of determination off a game and a half. But what I can tell you is, like I said, he impressed me with the poise. In a situation, I wrote this in the column yesterday. I wrote several columns yesterday. But one of the columns I wrote is Jaguars get the ball first. They march down the field, score a touchdown, 7-0. Jets get the ball. They go 4 and out. They go 3 and out, and we're set to punt, but then they go for it on 4th down. I sort of like the call from Tanner Angstrom, but Breece Hall went down because a gust of wind came through, and he fell down to the ground. Didn't show some contact balance to stay on his feet. Maybe he gets a first down. Who knows? So they go 4 and out. Jaguars score a touchdown again. Boom. 14-0. Brady Cook gets the ball back. I mean, he was in such a lack of an ideal position. He had the ball in his hands for 4 plays, and they were down 14-0. So, like, the defense, shit, it wouldn't have mattered if Tom Brady was back there for the Jets. With how the defense was playing, the race was on to 48 points as it turned out. The Jets didn't have a shot. So, I don't think we can make a determination either way whether Brady Cook is good or bad. The interceptions are not good, obviously. 5 interceptions across his game and a half, and 3 of those coming in the end zone. That's not good. But he showed some poise. I thought he showed some chutzpah. For an undrafted free agent that just got the first team reps for the first time in his life and got the first start of his career, I don't think we can just say, first start of his career, clearly not good, he sucks. I'm not in that hot take world, I don't believe. Taylor starting Cook as Tim Boyle. But for people that just want to hate on Brady Cook, I just don't get it. I just don't get it. Again, I'm not saying he's going to the Hall of Fame. I'm not saying that at all. But I think he showed enough for me to say, hey, let's see what this kid continues to have. But again, different strokes, different folks. Alon says Brady Cook could be a fine QB3 and a clipboard holder. Nothing wrong with that. Sure. That's fine with me. That'd be a win for the Jets if they found that in free agency. Incel Alon says Raiders are winning one of their last 2 games. I feel very good about the Raiders winning some games. And Cleveland, for that matter. I think the Jets, again, they have a legitimate path to the number 1 pick. They're going to need some help, but there's a legitimate path to the number 1 pick. Jared B says Brady should have been playing for Winks already. Maybe you can make that argument. Sure. Man, the hate for Brady Cook. Jay Reese, Brady Cook sucks. Stop it, BG. All cap. Oof. I don't think he sucks. He moved the ball. We could say Justin Fields sucks if we want to go off numbers. He had under 60 passing yards in 4. Think about that for a second. Under 60 passing yards? What is this, 1942? Putting up those numbers? Like, come on, man. Come on. That's pathetic. That's embarrassing. It's embarrassing when you go to the store wearing Jets gear. They go, you had 40 passing yards? Like, that's embarrassing. And thankfully, I haven't had to do that. Now, I wear Jets every day, whether they throw 30 passing yards or 500. So, but I'm just telling you, like, come on, man. All this hate for Brady. What did Brady do? This isn't Tom Brady, folks. It's Brady Cook. Separate your Bradys. This isn't the Brady bunch. Come on now. Taylor, caping for Breece Hall here. Gust of wind or a 275-pound professional football player. Come on, Taylor. Taylor, what we need to do is you're so quick to call Brady Cook a bum that for Breece Hall, you're going to make up excuses. He had a fingernail chihuahua level of aggression thrown his direction, and he fell down to the canvas. He has to have greater contact balance. He's got to be able to shake that off and keep going. Like, come on, man. Come on, Taylor. Come on. Get real. Let's stop making excuses. Like, come on, man. That's just, jeez. I just can't. I can't. DJ Jericho, he sees the light. I'm with BG. Cook was not that bad, really. Again, I'm not putting him in the Hall of Fame. I'm just saying, okay, not bad. I want to see more. That's what he did enough where I'm like, okay, you've piqued my curiosity, young man. Let's see. Let's get some more opportunities. Sure. That's all I'm saying. But, yeah. DJ says I could see us having a top 3 pick. If they lose to Saints, I mean, the top 3 pick is like as clear as day because then you play the Bills and Patriots the final 2 weeks and not good. Not good at all. Not good. NY Jets fandom. I agree, Paul. Cook pressed one in the red zone. Yeah, he did. And some of it on miscommunications, right? These are the things we will never know. Right. So on the one that just looked awful, where Brady Cook just floated it and a Jacksonville Jaguar defender just caught it, right? It's a clear miscommunication. It's a timing-based route where he just said, hey, I'm throwing it to the area where my guy's supposed to be. Alan Lazard got bumped. By the way, why we're designing red zone touchdown plays for Alan Lazard is beside me. But he gets bumped on his route. He throws it to an area. It's a pick. The Arian Smith one where he didn't fight for it, pick. The one on the Adonai Mitchell pick on the sideline, Adonai Mitchell almost broke up the pass, so I give Adonai a little bit of credit there for that one, but it ended up getting intercepted. Yeah, at the end of the day, when you have 5 interceptions, you can't just excuse them all. Has to be some bad decisions there as well. I just don't get. So Fox Sports Talk says Cook is not an NFL quarterback. Full stop. How do we come to this conclusion after one start? One. I just don't understand. How? How are people? We have a bunch of NFL scouts apparently in the comment section. Cook is not an NFL quarterback. Clearly not. Oh, okay. Yeah, clearly not. Definitely not. Yeah, sure. Okay. One start and you guys have this conviction. We know what with all due respect, do Jet fans even know what a good quarterback looks like? Could you even tell me? I'm sure you could. Come on, man. Come on. I don't mean to go on this tirade here, but do we know what a good quarterback looks like? Can we even judge one of those? When's the last time we saw a good one? When's the last time? I'll leave it there. Come on, people. Let's go to the wisdom of Jacob's ladder. I regret not trading Jermaine for a 2. 0 burst whatsoever. I don't want to overreact to Jermaine because he's coming off a torn Achilles. So I don't want to go there. Apparently the Jets did get a 2, according to Connor Hughes, for Jermaine Johnson. 2 offer, a second round pick. They didn't take it. And we'll be talking about this week. Will McDonald. It'll probably be the show tomorrow. Maybe. Although we're going to hear AG's presser later today. Maybe there's something there. We're going to have a Will McDonald show this week, and I don't think you guys are going to like what I have to say. I don't think so. I wrote a piece this morning. You guys could check it out on Heavy on Jets. It went up this morning. You guys are not going to like what I have to say about Will McDonald. And that's too bad because Will seems like a really cool guy and a great story. And I appreciated the Origins documentary they did on him, which was fascinating. But you guys are not going to like what I have to say about Will McDonald. We'll save that for tomorrow. Oh, Fox Sports Talk. Come on, BG. Cook's arm made Chad Pennington look like he had a rifle. Come on. I will never forget that. I still play Madden, but I used to play Madden when I was a kid with my dad. And we'd be playing the Madden video game, and John Madden was on the play-by-play of the game at one point. He's not anymore, and he hasn't been for a long time. But every time so I'd be the Jets, of course, a lot. And I'd be Chad Pennington on Madden. And I'd throw like a 10-yard, let me think of a good route, like a 10-yard dig I would throw with Chad Pennington. And John Madden would go, well, Chad doesn't have the strongest arm, but he sure tries. I'm like, what the hell? And my dad would just laugh. He'd laugh at the play every time. I throw a quick out. Whoop. Well, Chad doesn't have the strongest arm, but he tries to make do with what he has. So I'm like, Jesus. Chad Pennington concentrates all the time, unfortunately. Poor Chad Pennington. I love Chad. I still have some of that fat head out there. Yeah. Big Chad Pennington guy, for sure. I love Chad. All right, before we go to the phone lines, I see we got a super chat in here. Mr. Chill 211 King. Let's go to Mr. Chill 211 King here on the program.
Wow.
And this is a beautiful point. Mr. Chill 211 King, $5 super chat. Thank you very much. I'm not going to bash this kid on his first start. I'd rather see 4 games of Cook than any more Justin Fields or Tyrod Taylor. Oh, and defense sucks. All valid points. Let's go through each of them. We're really going to bash Brady Cook, which, by the way, what a beautiful moment. With a couple of minutes left in the first quarter, Brady Cook throws the first touchdown pass of his career to Adonai Mitchell. Beautiful play. They're working on it all week in practice. Brady Cook lost in the moment. Adonai Mitchell gets the ball back from the kicker ball boy, gives it to Brady Cook. The cameras are ready in the audience with Brady Cook's family celebrating. Oh, what a beautiful moment. Struck a heartstring for me. Beautiful. I love to see it. That was nice. And I agree. I'd rather see Brady Cook than Justin Fields, who ain't going to be here next year. I'd rather see Brady Cook than Tyrod Taylor, who probably isn't going to be here next year. And then, yes, the defense is awful. There's nothing I could say. Steve Wilkes stinks. We're going to need a complete makeover. The linebackers suck. You got to blow that up. The secondary is in shambles with injuries and IRs and all over the place. They stink. You have 0 pass rush. None. Nothing. Zilch. Zip and pip. What's going on there? Again, for Jermaine, he's coming off for 20 Achilles. I don't want to bash JJ coming off for 20 Achilles because, it's a lot different to be a pass rusher coming off for 20 Achilles off insert other position. They are supposed to explode with those Achilles to, rush the passer. Now, Will McDonald, again, got to have a conversation about him this week. That'll be a show. But it's hard to disagree with anything that I see here on the screen. That's all I'm saying, folks. That's all I'm saying. Come on now. Come on. Come on, people. Let's just show some love. By the way, Mr. Chill 211 King, happy holidays, and you're now up to 3 raffle tickets for our contest. Thank you, sir. Keep those super chats flowing and membership gifting and everything else. Ah, yes, Nanga Iboko, Pennington Tomas, we are Marshall. Yes, some of the great old Marshall days. Yes, some of the great old Marshall days. Yes, the Thundering Herd, as it were. The Thundering Herd. All right, let's do this. We'll open up the phone lines, and I'm sure we're going to invite a lot of conversation. Tanking, defense, Steve Wilkes, this, that, and the other, all are available. Quick Hep timeout. We'll take your phone calls. If you'd like to call in, we are streaming live right now on Facebook, on Twitter, and YouTube. But if you want to call in, you have to head on over to YouTube. That's youtube.com/BoyGreen25. If you'd like to call into the program, feel free to do so. We're trying to make a chase to 10,000 subscribers. Trying to make a chase to 10,000 subscribers. We have a huge amount of people in the room. So we have 300 people, but 150, over 50% of the people watching the show are watching on YouTube. I want to give a big salute. Thank you guys so much for tuning in on YouTube. That is the way that I butter my bread, folks, out there in the audience. So if you guys can hit that like button, baby, on your screen, that's a free way to contribute. We only have 44 likes, but over 150 people in the room. There's 100 of you that are watching this thing without hitting the like button. Come on now. Let's start a craze. Hit that like button right now here on the program. And if you're not already, hit that subscribe button as well. That's youtube.com/BoyGreen25, folks. Again, we're trying to make a chase to 10,000 subscribers. And let me take a quick peek ski. We're at 8,207 subscribers. So if you're not subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Help us get there quicker. We're under 1,800 subscribers away, baby, from 10K. It's going to happen. I know it. But, hey, every little bit helps. That's for sure. All right, let's do this, baby. We'll hit a Hep timeout. Also, special shout-out to the audio-only listeners of Boy Green Daily and the people that catch us on the replay. All the same. Appreciate you. Hep timeout. Your phone calls. Next.
1, 2, 3. Whoa! Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily. Talking Jets football, man. All right. Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily. The New York Jets Football Club. Offense, defense, special teams, watch Jets football with Boy Green. Everyone, J-E-T-S, Jets. Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily. Talking Jets football, man. All right. Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily. Nice. Offense, defense, special teams, watch Jets football with Boy Green. J-E-T-S, Jets. Let's go!
Booyah! That's our guy, Hep, baby. Let's go. That always fires me up. Everybody, welcome back to the show. My name is Paul Eston Jr., a.k.a. Boy Green. If you're new around here, this is Boy Green Daily, a daily New York Jets video talk show. And we take your phone calls in the second half of every show, so appreciate it. So light up those phone lines, baby, and call in about whatever tickles your fancy. We've got 3 games left. 3, that's it, in the regular season, folks. And I just say, I know that it sucked to get your teeth kicked down your throat against the Jaguars, but just think about this, folks. Just think about this. Enjoy these moments, whether they're wins, losses, or anything in between, because I bet when we get to the offseason, you go like, damn, I wish we had a Jets game this week. We've got 3 more of them left. Appreciate them for what they are. At New Orleans, home for New England, at Buffalo. I'll be enjoying them myself. Hopefully with some more wins, but I guess we'll see what happens. All right, let's go to the phone lines, baby. We'll kick things off with This Train Keeps Rolling. Johnny Boy's back. What's up, Johnny?
Hey, BG, good morning, brother. How are you, man?
Oh, wow, you sound better, man.
Yeah, the tube stuff is my throat's getting a little bit better since the tube got pulled out.
Okay, good.
It's just good. Just still battling, still doing that. Got some not okay news yesterday.
Oh, geez.
Right, so got to get over that hump and stuff like that, and they're just doing a whole bunch of testings and everything. So
okay,
I'm still gonna be here for a while. It's essentially what's going on. But
well, we're praying for you, buddy.
I appreciate that, man. I appreciate everybody. The really great words, and just you guys don't know how much that really is meant to me, and how much it's put me in good spirits and keeps me. The news that I heard yesterday, it really had me in the feeling like in the lows, man, like in the lows yesterday. And when I tell people like just a simple, yo, how are you doing, or are you okay? It really does mean a lot, and it helps a lot of. It helped me out. Is what I'm trying to say.
Mhm.
So I appreciate that. But I wanted to talk to you about the Jets, man. First,
Yeah.
um, that game yesterday was horrible. It was bad. Uh, at the end of the game, I paged a nurse, and I'm like, "Do you have anything for the pain?" And she's like, "Oh, we just gave you your medicine like a couple of hours." I was like, "No, there's more added, like a lot more pain by watching this horrible game that's going on." Plus, then the nurse, she's a Bills fan.
Oh.
So she comes back in after they just announced that the Bills came back and beat the Patriots.
Mm.
Well, I'm like, well, you're never out of it when you have Josh Allen, and it's the truth.
Yeah.
So Brady Cook yesterday. Um, I don't think for me, I was more locked in onto Brady Cook, but I was locked in more onto the coaching and the play calling of Tanner itself. And I'm still kind of like question mark. Is he kind of handcuffed because of the quarterback play
Mm.
of itself, or is it he can't really adapt that fast yet to a rookie quarterback itself, especially if next year we're talking about getting, you know, in the air with non Fernando.
All right, you said it. I guess we got to play it. Come on now. Let's get the good vibes going.
Yeah,
It's Mendoza, baby.
dude. And when and real quick, Fernando,
Yeah.
he spoke about his grandparents, bro.
Hmm.
Damn, dude, that like hit like right here, right?
Yes.
As somebody that was raised by his grandparents, and I
Hmm.
think they had such a big effect to you as well, BG, your own grandparents. You talk about that. That's the reason why you got your name,
Hundred
right?
percent. Hundred
Yeah,
percent.
it just hits you, bro. Like this kid gets it. But anyways, so I wanted to say that, right?
Yes. Yeah.
I think I wanted to see how Tanner was going to use Brady
Hmm.
Cook in if he will be able to be a rosterable backup quarterback.
Hmm.
And it's one game, one full game.
Hmm.
Did he do good? I would say that, right? I think
I
en-
see a C.
enough maybe to do something as a backup quarterback, potentially, right? I still want to see more, but he is nowhere near the answer at QB for QB1 for us
No.
in the future. So
No. No.
that
Definitely not. No.
that now, special teams are the special teams. I feel like we robbed from another TD
Yeah.
again. Dale
100%.
Williams and Banjo and everybody, what they're doing out there, it's amazing.
Hmm.
So kudos to that. But the one that needs to be talked about and it's bad,
Yeah.
it's the defense, man. Dude,
Oh Jesus.
I tried to give Wilkes the whole, give him like the whole year. I don't believe in just firing somebody after a year,
Hmm.
but there has to be some type of improvement, right? Kind of like what you saw with Aaron Glenn, that he's not making as the same mistakes as he did before, et cetera, et cetera. He's bad. He's so stuck in such a outdated type of scheme, and
Hmm.
trying to really like just put that into these players to keep doing that. I mean, let's be honest. Sherwood is not Sherwood of old, right? Dude,
Hmm.
he was getting exposed all day yesterday. Quincy Quincy was we don't know what Quincy you're getting. You get Quincy that wants to play, then you get Quincy that doesn't want to play itself. And that's something that I feel like you can't have that. I think linebackers are needed. Our safety room is bad. You know, you got Malachi Moore, who's a developing safety, who is your best safety on there. But then you got the other safeties that have been there for a while and are just
Yeah.
looking horrible. And then our corners, man. We need
Yeah.
a we need a cornerback one. Like, look, I like Stevens and all that, but he's not cornerback one, you know. So
No.
and our defensive line, it was Swiss cheese. It was bad. Like ETN was doing everything and anything that he wanted with us. We made Trevor Lawrence look like that generational quarterback that the Jets wanted to have itself. So, at what point and would you be upset if they ended up firing Wilkes as of right now? Like, do they do it now? Do you think at some point, if they have another game, like let's say we go against the Saints and the Saints almost score a 50 burger on us, right? Like, do you think at that point we're like, it has to be done? Or
Uh, yeah, I would say this because I got into some disagreements with people on this yesterday. Frankie, and maybe it was just emotional. I don't know, but I'll use Frankie as an example here. He said, "Oh, like leave him in Jacksonville," and he wasn't the only one. But a lot of people said they're like, "Fuck this guy, like leave him in Jacksonville." And I say, like, let's all be straight. Let's lay all the cards on the table. There's 3 games left. The Jets are 3-11. They're already mathematically eliminated for the playoffs, obviously, with that sort of record. Like, what does it do? What does Aaron Glenn gain by firing Wilkes right now? All he gains is the bloodlust among the fans saying, we want blood in the streets, and we want Wilkes' blood in the streets. And Aaron Glenn shoves him, and then the fans celebrate for 5 seconds. Woo, yeah, fuck that guy. He should have been fired. And then what? So here's all the things, right? So if Steve Wilkes gets fired, let's say today, and Aaron Glenn takes over defensive play calling, 2 things could happen, and both are bad. And I'll explain. If Aaron Glenn steps in, starts calling the defense, if he fires Wilkes, and immediately they're better, fans are gonna be like, "Why the hell didn't you do this sooner?" If he takes over for Wilkes after firing him and they stink, they're like, I'm not so sure Aaron Glenn's that defensive genius everyone thought he was. So no matter what he does, he's fucked. The only slight whatever I'll give is sort of what we're talking about here, Brady, right? Brady Cook. Like Brady Cook seeing through the final games, let's see what this kid has. If the Jets fired a Steve Wilkes and promoted Chris Harris, who's on the staff, and say, hey, why don't you just call the defense for the final 3 games? Just give him an audition. And if it shows something, maybe the offseason, Aaron Glenn promotes from within. Now, I wouldn't be satisfied with that as a Jets fan. If their answer to the defensive coordinator hole is just promoting from within, that wouldn't be sexy. That wouldn't give me what I'm looking for because I'd want a schematic change and everything else. And I'm not saying that wouldn't happen with a Chris Harris, but it just wouldn't really rev my engine. So that's the only potential positive that could come from Steve Wilkes being fired is another guy on the staff. Maybe it's not Chris Harris, maybe it's someone else, but someone on the staff getting a shot. But outside of that, I think it's totally bad for AG. If I'm AG, and I think he said it in his answer yesterday, and a lot of people didn't notice it, is in his press conference when he was asked, will you consider stripping Steve Wilkes of play calling? Aaron Glenn said, I knew this question was coming, but I hired Steve Wilkes for a reason. I want him to run his system. Without even thinking about it, he threw Steve Wilkes in front of the bus. He basically blamed him and said, hey, man, this is his system. This is not my system. This is his system. And it's fucked up. So I think he's just going to be the scapegoat. He's going to be the fall guy. And I think a fall guy for the right reasons because Steve Wilkes stinks. I don't think he's an innocent guy getting shoved in front of a bus here. So no, I think unfortunately for us Jet fans, because I don't like seeing us bite the curb and get our head kicked in, which happened against Jacksonville, and there's potential if that happened against Buffalo. We got blown out the first time. What the hell would change this time? New England, we were competitive, but New England is probably pissy coming off that Buffalo loss, and they have a ton to play for with the number 1 seed and other stuff available. Saints, whatever, that'll be a competitive game, I assume. But I don't know, man. I don't see the net benefit of it, to be honest.
What about Tanner? Well, because that's the other thing. Like, I don't think that Tanner should get a pass on a lot of this. I understand that he is handcuffed by the quarterbacks that he has.
Yeah.
Adapt to every single quarterback you have. I mean, you've played ball, right?
Yeah.
You know they have plays that are specific for those quarterbacks that are coming in. They have those 10 that are for Taylor. They have those 10 that are specific for Fields. And then now they're going to have those 10 that are specific for Cook, right? Did you see? I mean, it's one game, so that's
Yeah.
got to
Right.
wait a little bit more. But did you see enough for you to be like, oh man, I like what Tanner is doing. It's just that, he doesn't have the pure talent to really get it to the guys itself.
It's a good question. It's sort of hard to analyze in the same way that, like, it's hard to trust Tanner to develop a young quarterback because we've never seen it before. So,
Correct.
like, it's just complete blind faith. They're like, oh, well, I don't know. He's never done it. So hopefully he knows how to do it. Like, no one on the staff offensively is a guy that's, oh, thank God he's there. He's seen it countless times. They don't have that guy on the staff. I don't know if they plan on hiring that guy on the staff. So there's a little bit of a mystery there. So, yeah, to your point about whether he's handcuffed by the quarterback play, whether maybe he's just a bad play caller and it's just accentuated with terrible quarterbacks that he's also with. It's impossible to say, which is a dangerous game for Aaron Glenn going into a pivotal offseason where, let's say they end up with the number one pick and then they take a quarterback. Do we trust that? And Jake Klein has said this a lot of times, and he's in the chat saying it right now at Jets Pro 100, that do we have the right staff in here? Even if we get the quarterback right, do we have the right people in here in the building to develop them? And to be honest, I or you or anyone can't answer that question because we don't know.
Exactly. And that was my whole reasoning on why I wanted Brady Cook to be put in a lot sooner than later. It wasn't because I was like, oh, I'm expecting Brady to be this Tom Brady type of player and all that. It wasn't that. I wanted to really see what Tanner is as an OC to be able to adapt to a rookie undrafted quarterback that if he could make him into a rosterable QB, then he's done something when 32 teams passed on this kid and didn't give him the day or time. BG, with that being said, I wanted to say thank you to Mr. Fulton for his song. I heard
Actually, he's here and he wanted to speak with you. So, Mr. Famous Fulton, you are now on with Johnny Boy. Yeah,
Hey, good morning, Johnny. How you feeling, buddy?
Day by day, brother. Day by day, man. Dude, thank you so much for the song, man. I loved it.
I'm happy you enjoyed it, Johnny. And I'm sorry you're in the hospital. Anything been happening lately with the hospital or anything?
Yeah, just day by day, man. I got some bad news yesterday, and I gotta track some more stuff. There's some other stuff that's going inside of me right now that it's not, so they're having to. It's a long story, and but I'm getting it. Everything's gonna work out like it's supposed to, and I'm in good spirits, and I know that I'm gonna push through this, and it's people like yourself, Fulton, that truly like help out. And that song, like, I'm not gonna lie, that song had me all up in my feelings yesterday. Like, I'm out here taking my walks singing Christmas is not about getting presents.
Yeah. Hey, Mr. Famous, can you do an encore performance? Is that possible?
Sure, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Let me grab my ukulele real quick. And
of course, naturally, right. We need the ukulele for that to even be a
yes.
thing. So yeah, of course.
I was Mr. Fulton, I was trying to sing that to the nurses, and they almost threw me off the they were like, you Fulton, and I was like,
yeah, he just can't do it as well as you, Mr. Famous Fulton, obviously. So,
that's true. Yes.
Yeah, often imitated, never duplicated.
Yes.
Do you have your ukulele on hand, Mr. Famous Fulton?
Yes,
oh, beautiful.
I do.
Okay, let's go full screen.
You can't say that and not finish that whole line.
Okay, here we go.
All right, go ahead, Mr. Famous Fulton.
Johnny, this is for you, and we hope you get better in the hospital. And Jesus got you, Johnny, and he's got everyone in the hospital not been feeling well and everything. So
thanks, bud.
You're welcome. Let me find my notes.
Oh yeah. Make sure you got those in front of you.
Yes.
I thought you were going straight host.
Okay, here we
Yeah,
go.
there you go. Yeah, go ahead.
Hanging lights on a Christmas tree, super bright for her to see. Singing carols at the top of our lungs, it's all I could dream of. When we all get together, it's always good to remember. Christmas isn't just about
That's right.
getting presents. It's also about spreading joy and giving back. Christmas isn't just about getting presents. It's also about spreading joy and giving back.
Mr. Fulton, killing the ones and twos here for your viewing pleasure.
Thank you.
I appreciate that, man. That's awesome. And to everybody, man, hey, call somebody, reach out to somebody. You know, if you haven't talked to somebody in a while, quick, hey, how you doing? It means a lot to them, especially during the holiday season itself, man. So,
Yes.
I appreciate you, brother. Mr. Fulton,
So,
always a pleasure.
Johnny, I've got one more thing for you. So why are you in the hospital, Johnny?
I had to get a penile implant. So there's
Oh
a
no.
type of like procedure that's going on where I could, you know, get the ladies and still change a tire at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty cool. But
Yeah.
no, I'm kidding. I had a lot of complications on some stuff that happened with my intestines, and they had to cut me open and everything. So, but just you know, trying to get it all that as well. So,
Yeah.
Well,
Johnny, let me pray for you real quick. And I know you're having tough times in the hospital. And my mom and I will be praying for you and everything. So, Paul, would you like to pray with me?
oh, sure. Yeah. Okay. All right. What you lead us in prayer? Yes.
Dear Heavenly Father, please lift up Johnny, Johnny boy, up to you, Lord. He's having some tough times in the hospital. We don't know what the procedures gonna go with the doctors and the nurses. Please help him to feel better. Give him the strength. Give him the healing. Um, give him the glory to you, God. And Jesus, please help him get through this sickness or whatever he's going through, and make sure he comes back home for Christmas. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Thank you so much, Mr. Famous Fulton,
You're
and thank
welcome.
you, Johnny boy. Appreciate you, pal.
later, guys. That'd be good, man.
Later.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you, Johnny, and thank you, Mr. Famous Fulton, for your performance.
Thank
I really
you.
appreciate it.
Yeah. The Colts are not doing good since Philip Rivers interception or something.
Yeah. So sorry about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, man.
Yep.
Well, maybe it'll turn around.
It will. Yes, it sure will. Yep. Gonna get it ready for basketball. So I got some games coming up on I think next month. I think.
Okay.
Not sure, but
All right.
we have 2 new players this Friday, and then we got some new colored jerseys that we're gonna wear.
Oh, great.
It's red and white, and
Cool.
I'll be the number 24 jersey.
Nice. Love 24.
Mm-hmm.
That's a
Yep.
great
And
one.
the YouTube video is on my channel if anybody wants to check it out.
Sure. What's your YouTube channel?
It's Mr. Fulton Moraz.
Okay, great. We might need to get a famous in there, but that'll work for me. I'll look that up and we'll put that in the chat. Okay, buddy?
Sounds great, Paul.
There he is, Mr. Famous Fulton, gracing us with his presence. And thank you for leading us in prayer. And the name of the Father and the Son and the Holy Ghost. God bless. All the love for Johnny Boy as he's going through, obviously, what he's going through. So it's been very nice that Johnny Boy's been able to call into the show and engage with us. That's been wonderful. So thank you, Mr. Fulton, for leading us in prayer. Hallowed be thy name. All right, let's keep the train rolling here. Wait a second. It's on a Friday. What the hell is this guy doing on the program? It's Philly Noodles. Wait. Oh, boy. It must be the reception. And he's gone. His phone cut out. So sorry. There you go. Hey, there you go. Thank you, DJ Dirty Cooch. That is Mr. Fulton's YouTube channel, Mr. Fulton Moraz 5594, where you guys can see that performance. So there you go. Awesome. Thank you for finding that, DJ. Wicka wicka. Great. And sorry to Philly's phone that just cut out. Sorry for that, Philly. And beautiful. Excellent. Here we go. Prayers up for Johnny. Yeah, prayers up for Johnny 100%. So I'm glad that we've been able to pick up Johnny's spirit a little bit with him calling into the show. Thank you, Johnny. We're all thinking about you, buddy. And again, continued prayers. All right, let's go back to the phone lines. It's Easy OC.
Hello.
Oh, good morning.
Good morning. And hey, Johnny boy, I hope you're feeling better, man.
Yeah.
I know you got a little setback news yesterday, but it'll all work out. They'll get you going.
For sure.
I got a friend of mine. He has a broken ankle. He had to have an operation, and he had a little setback. It got reinfected, and so. But he's doing better now, and you will too. So just keep hanging in there, Johnny.
Okay, there you go. Hey, by the way, I like the flannel. It's a nice look there.
Yeah, it's cold. I mean, it was 16 degrees last night, and we're in North Carolina, so it's cold. I had to warm up my car to go to work, and then I had to warm up the truck because it's a diesel truck. So.
Oh, okay.
But it's doing all right. Getting back to the football conversation, I think I mentioned to you last night, I do not trust this coaching staff to take a new quarterback and make anything good out of him. I don't trust them.
That's fair.
First off, you have a head coach who things are going south.
Yeah.
Things are going south.
Sure.
Muji is making some good moves, but Muji is doing addition through subtraction, and now he has to do the addition again to add on. I trust Muji. I just don't. God, something. Now, like I told you yesterday, I love Aaron Glenn, but I just don't think he's the guy to turn this thing around. We needed an experienced head coach who knows how to build up quarterbacks. I mean, they and I know that this dude is having issues with the NFL, but John Gruden is the one coach that has resurrected at least 3 quarterbacks' careers and knows how to work with a quarterback and is an offensive mind. And we need Gruden. And as much as I don't like to see someone lose their job, I think if we had a real NFL front office, unfortunately, AG would be one and done.
So Chucky.
It's Jets, Jets. I love Fireman Ed too.
There you go, Chucky. All right.
Yeah.
I think he's available.
Yeah,
so.
I know he's available, but the thing is, would you get him in as a quarterbacks guru, as filling up the role of Greg Knapp?
Yeah, I'm sure he's not employed, so I think any job back in the league would be something he'd entertain, I would think. So
I mean, we absolutely see. I don't. Aaron Glenn, as far as I'm concerned, if we get him, Aaron Glenn can keep his job as head coach.
Oh, thank you. I'm glad they're willing to do that. Yeah.
Well, provided we get another defensive coordinator worth of shit.
Yeah, sure. Sure. Hey, my guy,
Like-
I'd love Raheem Morris. Again, he's a New Jersey guy. Going to get fired by the Falcons probably. That'd be nice.
The other guy who could get fired when they let the whole staff go is Jim Schwartz
Oh, sure. That'd be great in Cleveland.
up in
sure.
Cleveland.
Yeah.
I mean, something's got to go. Unfortunately, Steve's not getting it done. They had a couple of weeks where they looked like they might be doing something good, but there's just too much inconsistency. It's just I always lead it back to coaching, because when Aaron Glenn was just simply coaching defense and they had all the turnaround in Detroit with the injuries, he had coached these guys up to where they could plug and play.
Mm-hmm.
Now that he's the CEO and he's not like in the day-to-day operations of coaching these guys, whoever he's got coaching these guys on the day-to-day is not getting it done.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, is it the fact that he's a bad coach, or did he hire bad coaches?
I guess you can make an argument for both. Yeah. Not good.
And either way, it's not right. Either way, it's not a good look for him.
Definitely not.
But now talking about Brady Cook,
Sure.
all things considered,
Yeah.
as a rookie quarterback, he did what a promising rookie did. He moved the ball between the 20s.
He did very well. Yeah.
He moved the ball very well between the 20s. He made some quick decisions. What he hasn't done well is he hasn't put the balls he hasn't done the good thing with back shoulder throws.
Right.
To make sure that only the receivers could get them. But that is that's something that can be coached up.
And chemistry, right? He hasn't worked with these guys up until this week. You know?
This is true. He was on the practice squad, and then he only had almost nothing, and he only had work with the 2s and 3s the week when Tyrod was starting. So
correct. Yeah.
So is it the inexperience, or is it that he sucks? I don't think he sucks. I think he's inexperienced. I think he has some tools. I think what he has as an intangible is the quick decision making and getting rid of the ball fast. That I give him. I think he's been making some good decisions. He's been making some rookie mistakes, like never ever take chances in the red zone. He's going to have to learn that. I think he was trying to play a little bit of hero ball, but you cannot do that in the red zone because he cost us 9 points. Now, we were going to lose this game, and I know I mentioned yesterday that they got that touchdown taken away, and you said, well, they would have lost 28 to that. But you don't know that. There are always pivotal plays in a game that can switch the momentum.
100%. Let me correct that. Yes, in hindsight, right? One touchdown. What's the difference? I was in my negative feels. Let's take a step back and go to the moment.
Right.
Jets are down.
We had the momentum.
We did. We were down 21-7. Isaiah Williams' touchdown counts. It's 21-14. It's a one-score game, and the whole game changes. So 100%. That Isaiah Williams touchdown should have counted. It was a bullshit penalty. I rewatched the clip after the fact. Total trash, and it should have counted. Who knows what changed with the game? Totally true. But the defense still would have been terrible. But
it could have motivated them.
Maybe
it could have motivated them a little bit, and at the same time, it could have demoralized the Jaguars a little bit. Maybe just enough.
Yeah.
So I mean, I still think the Jags would have won, but I don't think they would have won walking away in just about a 50-point blowout.
Yeah.
So I still think they would have probably lost by, anywhere from 10 to 14 points, but I think it would have been a more respectable showing. And I don't think that that Brady Cook would have had to struggle as much throwing the ball. I think they would have been able to play a little bit more 50-50 offense, run pass. And that could have, you see, one thing leads to another, which leads to another, which leads to another.
Yeah.
When you're down 21-7, you got to throw the ball. Now, I give credit to the OC for not constantly throwing the ball. I think he played just enough run game to try to keep the defense honest, it just still wasn't working good enough.
Also, I think he was sort of fucked because, and so was Brady for that matter, right? So the Jacks get the ball first, they immediately score a touchdown. Brady goes 4 and out, they score a touchdown again. Now all of a sudden you're like, shit, we got to throw a lot more than we intended, and that's what AG said after the game. And then your run game gets lost in the sauce immediately as the gap keeps growing bigger. So that was an unfortunate reality of it. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's why Jacksonville took the ball first. They saw what happened last week.
Yeah.
They watched the film from the Miami game, and they said, "We're going to do that.
Yeah,
we're going to do that. We're going to put them down." And the thing is, you put them if you put the Jets down, they don't have a good means of coming back. So,
hey, Easy, can I get your response to this? People in the chat have said that you are a staple of this show. They love what you bring and your passion, and they think you're a staple. You're like a foundational pillar of this program. What's your response to that?
I don't know that I'm a foundational piece. I mean, I have a mouth, and I like to use my mouthpiece and give my opinions. But then again, I'm not a professional football management personnel.
Sure.
I just have insight after being 65 years old and watching this team for years and years and years. And it just seems like they always shoot themselves in the foot or in the head, as Brees would say.
Yes.
And they keep doing the same stupid shit over and over and over again. They keep trying to make these rookie defensive coordinators into head coaches, and I'm tired of it.
Yeah,
I'm just tired of it. They need to pick a guy from anywhere who's a bona fide seasoned coach with a winning record, even if it's from the college ranks. They need a guy who knows how to fucking win.
Concur.
Period.
End of story.
I mean, look at the coach from Iowa. I mean, from Indiana. Excuse me.
Oh yeah.
This guy was
right.
They hired him from a junior program,
right.
And when I say a junior program, I don't mean junior college or anything. But this guy, everywhere he has gone, because he actually said, "Look me up on YouTube." Everywhere that guy has gone, his teams have gone from worst to first.
Mm-hmm.
And they've won consistently after he got there. And then finally Indiana took him, and they went from worst to first. And this is going to continue because the guy is a winner, and he knows.
Oh wow, we just lost Easy signal. So wherever you were going, Easy, I like the cut of your jib, pal. It sounds like you were going through a tunnel there. Well, all right, let's see if we can try take 2 on this guy. Philly Noodles on a Monday. Wow.
Hey, you got some beep bop, beep bop, beep boop connection.
There was a little bit of that. Maybe a telegram, dot, dash, space, dash. We're getting a little bit of that Easy. I don't know what happened there in the signal, but nonetheless.
Yeah, my bad. Yeah, before I was like, let me walk away from my desk and answer this, or talk to you guys.
No, I appreciate that. And real quick, people are asking, where do the Jets pick right now? Here's your Tankathon. If the draft started today, the Jets would have the 5th overall pick.
Yeah. So let's keep that up there.
Oh, sure. Okay. Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit.
Yeah. Let's
first off, I want to address this AG thing. Obviously, we must all understand he's getting another season.
For sure, 100%.
If he goes 1 in something crazy, yes, I think it could be off of his head. Could be. Doesn't mean it will be. So we all have to take that into consideration.
Oh, you're talking about next year?
Yeah, next year.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So with that being said, if there was a scenario, I would say you may want to really shake the Mike McCarthy tree because he's a guy who could take a quarterback and make do. It's still so. This is exactly the same reason why if Brady Cook showed us what he was, and it kind of is who we thought he was. He's not Brock Purdy. You didn't get a 7th round playoff contender quarterback. It is what it is. You just move forward. You can keep him on the roster, I think. I think you can say, all right, we don't need to keep Adrian Martinez next year. You can put him on a practice squad, but
For
you
sure.
can keep Brady Cook there too,
Yep.
for sure. And
Yep.
then I also think then for me, I'd try to go get Marcus Mariota still
Okay.
and have him start if he can't get Jacoby Brissett
Okay.
and whatever happens with that scenario. But okay.
Yep.
So let's say we lose to the Saints.
Yes.
I don't know the remaining teams' schedules that are there. I do think the Giants may win another one. Jackson Dart is not a loser. He doesn't like losing. I feel like he would slap his own wife before he would lose.
Hey, I have all of their remaining schedules. So whoever you want, you tell me, and I can tell you.
Start with the Giants.
Okay, so the Giants, and again, this is going to be a situation that helps them and us, obviously, with the fact that they have to play some of the teams ahead of us. The Giants' remaining schedule is they're home for the Vikings, they're at the Raiders, and home for the Cowboys. That's their final three.
So those are all winnable games.
I agree.
Yeah. So let's say they win 2 of them.
Yep.
You know, let's say they beat the Raiders and they beat the Vikings.
So we're past them. We're ahead of them.
So we're ahead of them.
Yep.
I don't think we win. So so now they're at 4.
Right. Yep.
Let's say they're at 4.
Yep.
So now Vegas loses. What does Vegas got left?
Okay, here is the Raiders' remaining schedule that they have available here. It is at Houston, home for the Giants, home for Kansas City.
Okay, so Kansas City is without who?
Patrick Mahomes. That's winnable.
Oh, and that's a Minshew revenge game.
It is a Minshew revenge game. I saw that. Yeah, very nice.
Where is that, at home or away?
That is home for the Raiders.
Yeah, so that's a dub maybe. So let's say they go 3.
Sure. Okay.
So Tennessee, what do they got left?
And by the way, if they get that win that we're talking about, the Jets would leapfrog the Raiders on strength of schedule. So we're at 3. So again, you said who's up next? Tennessee?
Yeah.
Okay, here's Tennessee's remaining 3 games. Home for Kansas City, home for the Saints, at Jacksonville.
They lose out.
Yeah, I don't think so.
So they're going to leapfrog back into number 1. That's what's going to happen.
No. They could beat Kansas City. They could beat the Saints. They could beat both of those teams.
They're not going to beat them. So let's say they go.
It could happen.
Yes. All right. So this is my prediction. They're going to go to 1. And then who's Cleveland got?
Oh yeah, who's Cleveland? Let's go to Cleveland here on the channel. And again, Cleveland, it's possible if you look at what they have remaining, and their remaining schedule is home for Buffalo, home for Pittsburgh, at Cincinnati. They're
going to get spanked, probably, except for Cincinnati. But I still think they lose out. So this is what I think is going to happen then, with what we just all being said. I think it can end up falling to being Tennessee number 1.
Yeah.
Number 2, Cleveland. Number 3, the Jets.
I agree, 100%.
And I think you're going to call Bergonzi, and Bergonzi's going to be like, I'll take any deal I'm going to get.
Of course he would.
He's going to take a deal.
And then you go to 3. That's why it is so key, right? We were talking about last week. Oh, the Jets are at 7. They got to give up their firstborn child. Now they're at 5. They get to 3, which again is a clear path, 100%, and that's it. And then boom, 3-1. We get a quarterback. Boom, and they get whatever the hell they want. It works.
And you don't even have to give them this year's one.
You could try to get creative if you wanted to.
Because if you give them this year's one, which is going to be let's say it's the 3rd pick in the 15th overall, that's kind of hefty. That's kind of like, damn, we could have took the middle linebacker that we wanted.
Right,
we could have took a receiver we wanted. I don't think that's. I think you actually you gamble one of them next year, because if you're moving up to begin with, you're not moving up 2 years in a row to get a quarterback twice.
Well, definitely not. Right.
No.
Right.
So then if you're going to go all in on Mendoza, then it would be just give them next year's.
Okay,
one of them. What does it matter?
Here are the ones we have. We have ours. We have and we have the whatever the better one is of the Cowboys package.
Exactly.
Which one would you give up if you were going to go next year?
Well, knowing that Daniel Jones is probably going to be out at least a year from when he got injured, so that's mid-season. They're going to have a shit season next year.
Yeah, so I wouldn't give up the Colts one.
I'd probably give up the Colts one.
You would give up the Colts one, okay?
Yeah, I would, yes. No, I know it sounds crazy to do it, but I would say, because Borgonzi's looking at it as, oh, wow, I'm in the AFC. I saw what just happened.
Yeah,
I know what could happen. Yeah. What did he do? And he's watching the Colts. He's in that same division.
Of course, right.
So in his mind, well, I can actually take that division, and I know they might be shit next year because of what happened. So you actually probably intrigue him more than you think with that pick.
That's
and the Cowgirls, anything can happen. You know,
Of course, right?
let's say they do okay. All right, so it's not the better of the two picks, but it don't matter. You know what I mean? It is
Right.
what it is.
And the Packers lost Micah Parsons. He has a torn ACL, so that's
Yeah.
going to dramatically impact them next year too.
Yeah, I saw that. That was wild. But
It
so I
sucks.
mean,
Yeah.
unless you can do, a one in both of those twos, that might
That
be.
could be a creative way. That could be.
Yeah.
It depends how much ammunition, how much are again, we have Vegas winning in these scenarios, so they're dropping back.
Yeah.
How aggressive is their offer? And I hope that if I'm the Jets, what I tell Tennessee, if they have the number 1 overall pick, is I'm like, all right, Tennessee, here's our offer. And if anyone you believe comes higher, call us back.
You know what?
Give us a chance.
So I'm not sold on Vegas saying we're going to take Mendoza. He's not going to work for Sin City. That's not going to happen.
No.
Yeah, they're not going to. They want a guy with edge. There's no edge to that kid besides being loving Jesus and his mom. It's not going to fly in Sin City, bro.
Blessed be he.
Yeah. Listen, it's not going to fly in Sin City. Now with what's his face as the owner, this is not going to happen, bro. So I could see them going Dante Moore if he comes out.
All right.
Or honestly, I can see, knowing that Pete Carroll has another year with Geno, unless they cut him, which I doubt it. I think I can see them going Diego Pavia with that edge and that grit and the anger.
Yeah.
And Pete can mold it and get the swagger out of the guy. He loves swagger. He loves that chewing gum and swagger.
100%. Yep.
And I can see them going Diego Pavia. All right, we'll take the guy who got mad. Somebody's going to draft him back into the first round or right towards the top of the second. I just smell it. Something's going to happen with that kid.
I could see that.
With that anger. Julian Sain's going back. So Dante Moore and Simpson, whoopity-doo that day. Who cares? But it's just really leapfrogging to me. Like now we're saying Vegas, and then still, and I'll give Indy credit all day. Arizona is still a weird outlier.
Yeah.
Where if they can move Murray or just drop him and then eat it and kick his money back, they could draft and try to do whatever they got to do to go get a quarterback as well.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's up in the air. Yeah, I don't know what else to say besides yesterday we were talking about.
Oh wait, you had some things to say about Brady Cook.
Yes.
Please do. You don't think he can make sideline passes? You say
He's having issues with the sideline throws. Yeah, man. He's
a couple of screen plays out to the sideline.
Yeah, that's like a straight shot to when he had to go put it on the money. He missed 3. One was dropped, so he missed 3 in total.
Yeah, and that Mitchell one was picked, right?
Yeah, and the interception was a great interception, but that shit was thrown on the inside.
That's true.
So,
100% should have been outside boundary throw.
Yeah, Mendoza excels at outside passes. Like you need in today's day and age, we were talking about it. It is a lot of run and gun, getting to the outside, beating your guy, and running up the field, getting that first down, That's a Devontae Adams staple. That is a Amon-Ra St. Brown staple. Beside coming up through the middle, it's a staple in a lot of offenses. And to me, Jared Goff makes that throw. Stafford makes that throw. The good guys make those throws. Cook, listen, maybe he needs a summer to develop that. I don't know, but it don't mean we're not drafting a quarterback, so it don't matter. I still. Now that John Gruden take by Easy, please stop everybody. We're never getting John Gruden. Let's please stop.
Okay. No Chucky.
He's now gimmicked himself. He's a gimmick guy. No NFL. Listen, the biggest gimmick of the year was Phillip Rivers coming out to fall on his face for a backyard barbecue touchdown. Please stop.
Thank God. Can you imagine they win, which they could have, should have, would have done, and then also we're like, "Are you fucking shitting me?" Right? Like our pick again. It's still at 18, but there is a dramatic difference if they win and then they're right there for the playoff picture. So no, thank God they lost. Okay.
Yeah, and I think we should really wonder: are they going to bring another QB person in? I know Charles London is in there, but obviously he can't gain the respect enough to make any of these guys better on the roster right now.
Definitely.
So, I mean, listen, they tried the experiment and making a quarterback better with Justin Fields, who has a good amount of talent. His mental process, they could not fix. So clearly they need a guy that they don't have to fix mentally. That's what I feel like the biggest thing we learned is that this staff can't fix a quarterback's mental. They could probably help their physical. Mendoza would be of help physically because mentally the kid's pretty set, I would say.
Yeah.
He looks at it and he appears it. So maybe it's, having the grit come out of him. I don't know. I feel like the kid's pretty gritty, but I would say I would feel okay if they drafted him if they move up a few spots. I think the most egregious thing would go from 7 to 1. Will they do it anyway? Maybe, probably. At this point, who just gives a shit? It is what it is. We're here for the ride.
That's it.
We're built for this shit. Just remember that he said it from the jump. We're built for this shit, even if it's shit. We're built for it.
I mean, again, we haven't played in a while, but he did say
This
this.
I do know. We're the freaking New York Jets, so we're built for this shit.
Don't matter. Shit. We're built for this shit that's happening right now. He's saying it.
Yeah.
We've seen some shit. You're a New Yorker. You're dealing with this shit. And go Johnny boy. He's a New York Jet. We're built for this shit. He'll be all right. You know what I mean? Good outside. Touch a LIRR rail pole. Whatever you gotta do. You know what I mean? Go lick a sidewalk. Get all those immunities.
There you
know what
go.
I mean? That's what's gonna do it. Yep. And Fulton killing the music. It's a rock star.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
All
Philly,
right,
thanks, brother. There we go. A surprise Philly Noodles appearance on a Monday. Normally calls on a Friday. I love it. Terrific. Wow. Fun show, everybody. I want to give a couple of quick shout outs here. Again, we have over 400 people now in the room. That includes 130 on YouTube. We have 80 likes, but 130 people in the room. That's 50 people are watching the show right now. Like the video. For those who don't know what liking the video does, it helps the YouTube algorithm. The more likes, the more they put this Jet show in front of other Jet fans out in the universe. It helps spread the message without you even knowing about it. It's free to do. Make sure you guys like the video. Hit subscribe. We're up to, let me check, 8,209 subscribers. We've picked up a few more. Subscribe, baby. We're trying to make 10,000 subscribers. It's a big goal of mine. So subscribe to the channel if you're not right here on YouTube. We do daily New York Jets video shows, live watch parties, afternoon shows, big interviews, and we're going to have a lot of big interviews during this draft cycle. We'll have to get our boy Field Yates back on the show, and other media analysts out there in the universe. So we will be doing some of that as well. So, guys, make sure you jump on the train. Support the channel. If you love New York Jets content creation, well, here we are. This is the place for it. We'll be back on in 2 hours. We'll be doing live overall NFL stuff. We'll talk some Jets and draft positioning stuff. We'll also talk about the top storylines of the NFL. That's MC Show Digital. That's our that's my new digital radio show. We did it in person terrestrially for 25 years, and now it's completely digital. It's its own YouTube channel. It is MC Show Digital, which, by the way, let me take a peek real quick. Because I got a plug. I got a free giveaway I'm doing here, but let me see what we're up to subscriber count-wise. Here we are. All right, we're at 408 subscribers. So, folks, let me throw this up real quick. Here's a giveaway we're doing here on the channel. Shout out to my buddy Joey Matesic for sharing the love here. All right, here it is. YouTube.com/@MC Show Digital. So I'm giving this away. This is the official 1972 New York Jets yearbook cover. On the cover is Joe Namath and John Riggins, 2 Pro Football Hall of Famers. If you are one of the first 450 subscribers to this YouTube channel on your screen, at MC Show Digital, you will be eligible for this Jets giveaway. Again, it's free. Subscribing is free. So all you have to do is subscribe to that link right there on your screen. You can look it up if you're on your phone or your tablet or anything. Jump over there right now and hit subscribe, and you guys will have a chance to win this. We'll randomly pick one of the first 450 subscribers, and then I'll ship it out to you. And on that channel that's on your screen, free giveaways forever. We're going to keep doing free giveaways. To be eligible, all you have to do is be a subscriber. If you're a subscriber on the channel, you're eligible for every free giveaway we do. We're trying to reach 500 subscribers on that channel. We're over 8,200 on this one, which I'm very proud of, but we're trying to get to over 500 on that channel. This will get us to 450, hopefully, and hopefully one of you guys wins a cool piece of New York Jets history. Again, shout out to Joey Matesic. So we're doing a bunch of giveaways on that channel. If you're not already, again, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And since a lot of you guys are watching on YouTube here, let me just drop in the live link right now here on the channel, here on YouTube. There you go. All you have, folks, it's popping up here in a second. There you go. Just click that link. I just dropped it on YouTube. Click that link, hit subscribe right now, and you'll be eligible for this. Again, we've got another. Let me check the math up here real quick. Let me check the math. We've got, hang on tight. Yeah, so we've got what is the math on that? 42 spots left. 42 spots left. If you are one of the next 42 people to click subscribe on that channel and on your screen, you're eligible to win this beautiful prize. We'll be doing many more prizes here on the channel, so make sure you guys hop on over there as well. So we were talking about some NFL, baby, coming up in less than 2 hours on that MC Show digital channel. Hope you guys can join us. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in, and we'll see you again here very shortly. Like the video, hit subscribe, and for Johnny Boy, prayers up. For, again, our buddy Nick Faria, beat reporter for JetsXFactor.com. We're still thinking about you, buddy. He could make his return this week. We'll confirm if that's set to happen. Nick will join us on Wednesday if that is going to occur. So thanks, everybody. We love the Jets family here. We're always here together. Win or loss, baby. We're always here together. So everybody, just remember that no matter what happens, we're always going to be here for each other. God bless everybody. Take care.